The following presentation is a part of the National Heavy Boxing League's 10th season, celebrating 10 years of the premier level of heavy boxing in the Team Fortress 2 community, and a final send-off as the NHBL closes after its 10th season.
The Season 5 National Heavy Boxing Conference Final of the National Heavy Boxing League. We were going to have both conference finals tonight, but unfortunately Kinsley could not attend, so we will be having the Soviet-Russia Heavy Boxing Conference Final later in this week. But we have a big match ahead of us tonight that'll be sure to give everybody a great run for their attendance of tonight's live stream. White Russian Bear versus Setup Lit. And Setup Lit placing in third place and fourth place, and he's placing at least in those top four places in the last three tournaments that we've had in the National Heavy Boxing League. Boxing Day Classic, Playboy Fortress Invitational, Vatican City Gaming Battle Royale. He's looking at, now that he's in the conference finals, he will at least get in the top four tiers again, keeping consistency, but he's hoping he can get more than third and fourth place as he has gotten in the last several tournaments. Once again, here with MindlessGonzo and Baxter. It's always a pleasure to have them up here in the booth. Gonzo, let's get your reflection on this match here. Russian Bear against Setup Lit. I know that you have a little bit of tension with Russian because he's not very expressive with his answers to interviews, but I know that you were at least aware of his fighting skills in the National Heavy Boxing League. With this match that we have up tonight, facing both of these fighters here, do you think it's going to be Russian Bear going out on top, or do you think Setup Lit is going to make a surprise?
That is very hard to tell, because not only do I know White Russian Bear's style, I also know how Setup Lit is trying to play things through this tournament as well, with the only one match that we unfortunately witnessed. It's just, who knows? We do remember the fact that Setup Lit lives in a different area than White Russian Bear. So not only will skill and luck have a factor in this, but their latency might come into play too, basically their ping. But so far, even though Setup Lit might have a different ping than White Russian Bear, he did display in his matchup with, who was it?
I believe, I'd have to look back at the backup, but I'm fairly certain that he was against, I am actually not remembering, I'll have to look at the bracket, but he's had one match in the entire tournament because his second one where he was going to face Root Beer Float was considered forfeit.
Yeah, don't remind me about Root Beer Float. But anyways, yeah. Setup has managed to, luck out with his go at it, go for it, waste no time, just throw the punches and just hope for the best routine. But will it actually make a difference to the strange but very skillful White Russian Bear? Who's to say? Only the matches that will be held in this very ring will tell the tale.
Indeed. And to give you that information from earlier, he faced a fighter named Poseidon, who's a rookie in the NHBL coming into this season. All right, Baxter, as Mr. Brandflakes here said, the proud member of the Russian Bear fan club.
I'm the president. What are you talking about? I'm the overlord.
All right, well, at least looking at this match we have tonight, he's facing Setup Lit, a guy who's placed in the top four places of the last three tournaments, where Russian Bear has not either fallen short of first place, or he has not gotten in the top four places for this last tournament. So, or the last three tournaments. So at least looking at tonight's match, both of them, they come out with a prize, because the top four places in Season 5, they all go out with prizes. So in all honesty, regardless of what they do on the court tonight, they're still getting paid in TF2 items.
Right,
now,
right.
Looking at this match we have here, as Gonzo just gave his reflection there, do you think that Setup Lit will have a chance at making a surprise here?
Well, It depends on what setup blitz shows up because there's two different types of setup blitz that I know. There's one setup blitz that knows exactly what he's doing. He gets in there and he's all business. He goes at it and he demonstrates the heavy boxer that he could be, and he dominates the competition. And now if that one shows up, he's going to give White Russian Bear a run for his money, no doubt. But there's another setup blitz that tends to rear his ugly head. It's the one that really just generally walks out there, goose off, doesn't really give a crap about what he's doing. And I don't mean to disown him. He's just really nonchalant and relaxed about it. And sometimes that kind of leads to his downfall, and he just doesn't, he just really doesn't care. So if that one shows up, this is going to be an easy wipeout victory for White Russian Bear, no contest. But if the other one shows up, the all business, ready to fight, ready to go in there and lay some smackdown on the White Russian Bear, to steal a Rock catchphrase, I think that's going to be a very close fight. I still think that White Russian Bear will have the edge regardless, because White Russian Bear has been demonstrating in the past few matches that he is back. He's not so washed up has been as everybody's been claiming that he is. He's still one of the greatest heavy fighters of all time, and he's out here to prove that. I'm going to give this matchup to White Russian Bear.
Interesting. And I know that you predicted with the divisionals that Spaten would actually make it to the Sasha Heavyweight Championship, but your prediction did come out wrong there, as Russian Bear dominated him 3-0.
I'll admit, I was starting to have a little bit.
So
I was having a little bit of doubt in White Russian Bear. He was falling behind in the last few. I thought his boxing days were coming too close. I thought it was time for White Russian Bear to take that big old hibernation and just head on out. But you know what? He's been proving me wrong. In the first match he had, dominated 2-0 victory. Next match against Spaten, dominated 3-0 victory. He has yet to lose a single round in this tournament. So he's got my attention again.
We're going to go ahead and introduce our referee for tonight's match. He's been an official in the NHBL since Season 2. He was the referee for the 4th Sasha Heavyweight Championship. Ready to officiate tonight's match. Give it up for the one and only Sir Commander Pancakes. We shall introduce our away heavy boxer for tonight's match. What else is to be said about him that hasn't been said already? He was the first rookie to win the Sasha Heavyweight Championship back in Season 2. He was the runner-up for the National Heavy Boxing Conference Final in Season 3, and he was the runner-up for the Sasha Heavyweight Championship in Season 4. Ready to give it his all and go straight back to the Sasha Heavyweight Championship. Give it up for the one and only White Russian Bear. Now we shall introduce our home fighter. He has been a fighter in the NHBL, I believe, since Season 4. And he has placed in between 1st and 4th place in the last 3 tournaments. Representing Finland tonight, give it up for the one and only Setup Lit. Ladies and gentlemen, as they take their mandatory warm-up rounds, we'll comment on their loadouts and of course give insight to the match. Setup Lit doesn't look as decorated as you would think. He's just got the killing gloves of boxing on him. Then you have Russian Mare, of course, with his flat head there, which, as we saw last night, managed to win against Spaten, which it's going to be very interesting to see how this match rolls out. Gonzo?
It's very strange, but then again, we have seen this kind of thing happen before with the previous matchup. All setup needed was the bare essentials. He doesn't need to be fancy and all that. He just needs to get in there and box. It seems to be what he's displaying here.
Indeed.
Then,
Baxter?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, really? Go on, Gonzo. Go on. Come on. Take up my time. Go on.
I was about to say, then you got White Russian Bear, which I will hand it over to Baxter because I bet he will love to comment on the loadout.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for so graciously handing the mic over. Thank you.
We all have 3 mics up here in the booth.
Well, you know what? That doesn't make sense for the joke to work, so this is bugger off. So when you look at these loadouts here, you got White Russian Bear in his lovely little sleeveless, with that heavyweight belt on and his weird haircut that he got from the back alleyways of this stadium by Jimmy, the homeless barber. I love Jimmy. And then you got Mr. Valve Doesn't Care, who doesn't care about his loadout either because he's got absolutely nothing on besides killing gloves of boxing. So when it comes to loadouts, I'm going to have to give it to the medic up into the commentator's box on his sexy loadout. Look at that loadout. It's beautiful with the wart and that lovable beard. Look at that beard and the hair. Look at the hair. Just look at this man. He's a beautiful man. You should bow down to him. That's my 2 cents.
That is true. And at least looking at these warm-up rounds here, Setup Lit has lost all 4 of them that they've taken, which, although 3 are required, you can do more. But, I mean, the fact that Russian Bear has dominated him in every single round, that may be a premonition to the future match, but hopefully Setup Lit will overcome. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall hand it down to our referee, Sir Commander Pancakes, for the 4 out of 7 National Heavy Boxing Conference Final.
Alright, you guys know the drill. You gotta keep it clean. You ain't gonna eat sandwiches during the match. You already know this. Being this far, you can't. Hey, did I say you can eat that? I mean, it isn't the match yet, but I guess I did. All right, there you go.
Qualifying ref.
No crouching, no jumping. Don't spit at each other. That's gross. Nobody wants to wipe that off themselves. Don't pee your pants. That's gross. Nobody wants to clean that up. And when I get out of this ring, with your minds now filled with the rules, you can punch each other a lot, alright?
Round 1 begins. Setup Lit, the first one to charge out. Just hovering over, no punches thrown yet at either fighter. Setup Lit gets in the first punch, retaliation by Russian. Both even health right now. Punches have gone in, still at even health with 2 punches each. Setup Lit just... Russian
seems that they're matching hit for hit.
I don't know. I think Valve's got one up. Oh,
looks
now
like
White Russian
gets one. I think Russian may have one up unless it's even. Setup Lit managed to get the punch in there, and Russian Bear wins round 1. It's a little bit different than what we saw last night with Russian Bear and Spaten. Both fighters there being a little bit conservative with their movements, just holding back and trying to wait until their opponent goes in for the punch, as compared to last night where Spaten and Russian Bear just wailed on each other trying to get punch after punch after punch. And so far with Russian changing his strategy tonight, he is in the lead now 1-0.
Maybe
Baxter?
It's because... Ooh.
No. Go on. Interrupt me twice. Go on. Come on, Gonzo. Why don't you go first? My gracious friend. My buddy. My pal. My friend. Don't mind. Please, Gonzo.
You can go ahead and kill me if you
Baxter.
have to.
Baxter.
Okay. Can I go? All right.
Yeah.
So what I saw there is White Russian adapting to the style of Setup Lit, who's very conservative when it comes to the ring. Part of that conservativeness comes from his ping, which is always hovering around the 150 mark. Unfortunately for Valve, doesn't care. So he has to be conservative with his movements. And the same can be said for White Russian. He needs to be conservative too, because not only is his lag pretty bad, but he's also got to account for Mr. Valve doesn't care's lag. So when he's like charging in, trying to punch him, Valve doesn't care, could just like teleport away or something like that, because, you know, this is TF2 and the laws of life do not apply here because we got ping. I love ping. Anyways, so yeah, they would definitely have to play conservative here with all this ping and lag factoring in. White Russian obviously being the better at that strategy. So I don't know if the setup list going to have to stick to that strategy or if he's going to have to find something new. Either way, it looks like White Russian might be taking this one home.
Indeed. Gonzo, we'll get your word on the next round. We have to continue. We'll hand it back down to Pancakes for round 2.
That's okay, because Baxter pretty much said what I was thinking too.
Hey, you can't talk right now. The microphone is down on me. It's like theoretically, there isn't even any electricity to your microphone right now.
Just
right?
go.
All right.
Pancakes.
Okay. All right. No jumping, no sandwiches, no crouching, no pouncing, no wouncing, no crouching. As soon as I use my ethereal powers to phase out of this boxing ring, you may fight.
Round 2 begins. Russian, the first one to charge out of his corner in the start of round 2. Russian Bear having the advantage. Punch is thrown. Russia managed to get the first one in, but still even health there. Both fighters keeping even. Setup just trying to get the upper hand in this round to give Russian a run for his money. And Russian Bear wins round 2. Very interesting. Again, we see here that setup with Russian trying the same strategy there. Same thing as last round, except Russian Bear managed to rush out first. And that resulted in a very great victory for Russian Bear. Gonzo?
As Baxter and I pretty much have determined, it seems that ping is starting to affect both players, mainly setup blitz, and it's starting to show. It's just how will setup manage to overcome the ping problem of both him and Right Russian Bear, and how will he be able to manage to use this newfound strategy, if he could ever think of any, to get the one up on Bear. It's a very questionable tale, but unless he can think of something quick and easy, White Russian Bear might go through all the way with his victories.
Indeed. And again, Russian Bear is right now, he is up 2-0 in rounds. Russian has 2 more to win, but Setuplet would have to win 4 in a row to be able to do that here. Or he could win 2 and then win 1, or could win 1 then 3. But of course, it just depends on how things work out. And now we'll hand it back down to our referee Pancakes for round 3.
Back in your corner. Go do it. Come on. All right, now. Okay, so I'm not. Okay, there's no rules against coaching. All right. I'm gonna give you a little secret. You ready? He's getting you on the outer ring, and the moment you take center stage, that's bad for you. Okay. So you gotta get that control, and you gotta bully him a little bit. Okay. All right, now. Okay, I didn't say anything though. Oh, you're my favorite.
Wait, when ref becomes motivational coaches?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's very interesting.
Corrupt. No, this government's corrupt, man. I can't deal with this. I'm out of here.
I bet he placed a bet on setup.
Back to our referee.
Right. Okay. No jumping, no crouching, no sandwiches during the match. Don't jump out or you lose. Don't die or you lose. When I get out of here, you're gonna punch each other, and there's gonna be a lot of blood.
Round 3 kicks off. Russian Bear having the advantage. The first punch laid in there by Russian Bear. He has the advantage with 1 hit. Make that 2 hits. Set up, trying to get his punches in there, and Russian Bear wins round 3. And Russian is only 1 round away from advancing again to the Sasha Heavyweight Championship. Setup would have to win 4 rounds in a row. Feasible, but not likely. Baxter?
Hold up. I'm going to wait for Gonzo to interrupt me. Come on, Gonzo. Go on. I'm waiting. Do it. I dare you.
I didn't say jack shit, motherfucker.
Okay.
You're now being delusional.
You want to fight? We can have a fight right now in this commentator box.
Baxter. The match.
The match. Okay, the match. There's a match. I have to talk about this match. That's right. I'm a commentator. Okay, so about this match, One thing I noticed there during this rig is that, this conservative style for setup late is definitely not working out because Mr. Right Russian Bear down there, I don't know if it's his reach or if it's the lag or something, but he's getting some pretty long hits in on there. So while setup lit is trying to backpedal, White Russian is laying in all these hits, and he's putting up 1 hit, 2 hits consistently while he's just backpedaling away. So if he wants to do the miracle and pull off 4 wins in a row, he can't afford to start backpedaling. Now is the time to get angry, get in there, and start swinging for the fences if your valve's doesn't care. Yeah. Ran out of breath.
He better start caring.
Indeed. Gonzo, any last thoughts before we go into round 4?
He better start caring, otherwise there's not going to be left to care. There's not going to be anything left to care.
That was
He's
horrible.
He's going to be an embarrassing 4th place mess on the mat.
That's a little harsh, don't you think?
Well, there is a possibility he could get 3rd place. It just depends on how the Soviet-Russia heavy boxing conference final works out later this week.
Yeah. Out over there with your 4th. You didn't even place in the top 4, Gonzo.
I never thought.
I hate you. Take your family.
Before they start raging each other again, let's head back down to our referee pancakes for round 4.
All right, I'm gonna let you know the secret again, okay? All right, so I think what we need to do right now is we need to do a little bit of stretching. So just get a little bit of exercise in. Stretch out. Come on, both of you. Come on. That's right. All right. We're gonna start with some basics. Okay. All right. No jumping. No crouching. You know how it works. No eating your sandwiches. Sorry, my bad. As soon as I jump out, we're gonna go. Okay, here you go.
Round 4 kicks off. Russian Bear 1 match away from heading to the Sasha Heavyweight Championship. Setup lit, trying to show aggression here. Russian Bear looking like he has the advantage here. And it looks like Russian Bear will advance to the 5th Sasha Heavyweight Championship. And again, we see Russian Bear having his dominant strategy of being conservative, waiting for his opponent to go in for the punch, then coming in and punching him right again. He has managed to come out victorious, a complete ace in tonight's match, and he will represent the National Heavy Boxing Conference in the 5th Sasha Heavyweight Championship. Gonzo, your thought?
I knew this was going to happen just as the moment round 1 ended. It seemed that the carelessness that Setup Lid ended up displaying on the first round did not appear. And as Baxter pretty much described, both setup lids that could possibly have come out tonight. Unfortunately, it seems that the carelessness ended up appearing and rearing his ugly head, costing setup lid this match.
Indeed. And while Baxter goes down to the locker room to get the post-match interview with Russian Bear, another famous one, let's just discuss the Soviet-Russia Heavy Boxing Conference Final that's going to be happening later this week. Some Porcupine or Kinsley, one of those 2 fighters will face Russian Bear in the Sasha Heavyweight Championship. That's a definite. The question I have for you, Gonzo, who would give Russian a large run for his money in the Sasha Heavyweight Championship? And most importantly, yes, we'll leave with that question. Who do you think, if they are victorious in the Soviet-Russia Heavy Boxing Conference Final, who will give Russian a run for his money? Some Porcupine or Kinsley?
Well, that all depends, really. Even if a victory comes to that next match, it's going to be kind of tough. I mean, if some Porcupine managed to win, it'll be experience versus the skill. If Kinsley managed to come out on top, it's going to be a double header of skill. It's a very tough call.
Indeed. And now we have Russian Bear in the locker room for the post-match interview. We have James Baxter down there. Baxter, what's going on?
Well, Well, guys, I'm down here in the red locker room that once again smells like a bag of sweaty gym stocks. We need to clean this place out with some Febreze. I'm telling you, I hate this place. All right, I am here.
I'll buy you some
but the
after
man
this
is currently
tournament.
facing the wrong way. White Russian Bear, who just came off another impressive steamroll victory over another opponent. White Russian, I don't even know why I'm going to bother asking you this, but how are you feeling right now, bud? Hello? Are you just going to eat a sandwich?
He's feeling hungry.
Okay.
He's hungry.
Guys, I'm going. Now, Wobble's laughing at me. I'm sitting here with a ham trying to get questions. They're all laughing at me. You know what? I'm just gonna walk out of here. I'm done with this sideline interview. I'm handing in my resignation tomorrow. I'm so sick of this. I hate all of you. No, I'm done with the fan club. I'm now the president of the anti-NHBL club. We're gonna make anti-NHBL hate slogans. I'm sick of this. I'm walking through here. I'm out of here.
Okay.
They're beating me up in the locker room. I'm out of here. They're beating me up.